Hello everyone and happy Tuesday. So I pre-filmed this video, so that's why I have the same shirt on as yesterday. I'm gonna do a story time while I finish getting ready. So I'm going to tell you about the landlord from hell that I once had and everything this man put me through. So we're gonna start off by naming him something other than his name. We're gonna call him Ryan. So basically, I rented a house from Ryan for 4 years, and during that 4 years, his mom had ended up getting dementia, and she needed like care while he worked to make sure that she wouldn't run off, down the road or anything while he worked. So me and him had a deal that I would watch his mom while he worked, as long as he would take it off the rent, and I didn't have to pay rent. So that was all good. I did that for 3 years until she went into the nursing home. So whenever I went back and didn't watch her anymore, this man never fixed anything in the house. Basically anything that broke, he would never fix. Never. He made me go a whole year without having water because my hot water tank had broke and he didn't want to buy me another one, even though I had gave him $1,000 to buy one, and he still didn't buy one. Every single electrical outlet in the house was burnt. The house almost caught on fire one time because of that. Let's see what else. The roof in the dining room, we have hurricanes in Louisiana, of course. So one year in 2020, actually, because I had COVID, I was sick, and the roof in the dining room kind of not caved in, but it messed up to where it would leak inside the dining room. So that had happened, and he never fixed it. He just went on top of the roof one day and put a tarp up there with bricks. Like, he never fixed it. Then it started leaking again. And so come 2023 in December, he was still begging for the rent. And I told this man, I said, I'm not paying you any rent until you buy me a hot water tank. You fix what is wrong in the house, and then I'll pay you rent. I'm not paying you any kind of rent. So what had happened was, my hot water tank went out in 2021. Yes. The roof still wasn't fixed. The outlets still weren't fixed. And he was still begging for the rent. So I told him, I said, this was around December. I told him, I said, I'm not paying you any rent until you fix everything that's broken in the house. Like, it's your job. I gave you $1,000. What you do with the money, I know, but I'm not saying. And basically what had happened was, I think this was the beginning or the middle of December of 2023. Yes. So I went out there and I talked to him and everything. And when I talked to him, he said, I'm going to go to buy you a hot water tank. He always promised to go get one the next day and never did. Always promised and never did for years. So, and remind you, if I would have went and bought the hot water tank myself, he would have thrown a fit and had every excuse that it was the wrong one, this and that, me to take it back, this and that. And when he does fix anything around the house, which he did put a new hot water tank in, which is the one that broke, he was cussing the whole time, saying he was going to burn the house down and everything the whole entire time. He didn't want to do nothing. So basically what had happened was, I went to his house to talk to him one day and see if I can go with him to buy the hot water tank. This man legit asked me to sleep with him. Okay? Sleep with him. I said, are you fucking crazy? I wish that I would have had my camera recording, like listening, because, oh my gosh, that would have been perfect. But I have pictures and videos of the roof and everything. I was broke in the house. So I said, hell no, and I left. 2 days later, you guys, there's an eviction notice on my door. On my door. And this was around Christmas time because I had to move in with my mom on December the 21st. He gave me 5 days to move out. Remind you, my driveway was extremely muddy because it had been storming, and he gave me 5 days to move out. I had no one to help me move out. No one with a truck. Me and my cousin did everything. I had to leave everything in that house. My icebox, my refrigerator, my stove, my bed, all my furniture. The only thing that I brought and put in a small storage was my air conditioners and my TVs and all my personal stuff, which some of it went to my mom's. So that happened, and I even called the Board of Health on them. They said that the clerk said that he was going to get his secretary or whatever to text me, and I will send her pictures and everything of everything that was broke around the house. That never happened. He said, well, we can't go in the house to see what broke. Everything, well, we can't see what broke on the inside, only the outside. I said, well, only thing that's on the outside, the hot water tank, that's been broke. Like, he won't buy me a new one. I said, everything else, as far as the roof and everything, that's all on the inside. Like, all the outlets in the wall and stuff, all on the inside. And like I said, I have pictures and videos. I will insert them in somehow. I'm still learning how to do all this. So I got evicted and basically had to move in with my mom on December the 21st of 2023. Which, I mean, she lives in a government house, where I'm at now. And I didn't have to have like air conditioners and stuff. I brought one mattress to sleep on. So that all happened, and yeah, I'm going to tell a longer, lengthy story about this later on. But yeah, there's nothing that, I mean, we have scum lords over here in Louisiana, Crowley, and it just sucks how, if you don't sleep with your landlord when he asks you and he don't fix anything, that they basically evict you. And I mean, I really didn't have the money to take him to court, so yeah, that's what happened. That's my landlord from hell story. I will make a longer video about this later on. I'm trying to get ready for the day and everything. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.